So today, as we are an open source project, maybe many of the members in our community also want to contribute in the Next.ID. So today I want to give you I believe it's easier but useful approach to contribute. So yeah, at first I'll introduce the ProofService. That is one of the most important components in the Next.ID. And then I will tell you how to contribute on it, how to add a new identity to that. So let's start it. As we all know, we can see the documents in the on the website. The Next.ID is a decentralized identity aggregation protocol that integrates the Web 2 and Web 3 digital identities. And then we agreed those identities into the avatar, and those avatars have the behavior and interact with each other. Then it's contribute to the final social graph that's here. So here we can see the graph that the identities between each other. We have trust connections. So the ProofService is the ProofService is it's kind of the service that try to build the trust connections between the different identities. So let's see the introduction of the ProofService. The ProofService provides the connection between the avatar and the other identity providers, because because we already connecting those identities to our avatar, then our avatar can have the enriched data. Then it can become our identities in the website world, or the identity infrastructure in our Web3 world. So the design goal of the ProofService is to prove an identity and an avatar that's held by the same person. So how to achieve that? The answer is we need to approve that I hold that persona, and at the same time I hold another identity. So then I can prove that that avatar is owned by me, and that identity in other platforms is also me. so we can aggregate those together. So in our documentation, we also have already have a very detailed step-by-step introduced about how to use it. This is an example of a treater. This step-by-step is tell you how to bounding your Twitter account to your avatar. The first it's introduce you is tell you how to create an avatar. Then is shows you how to connect your Twitter account to your avatar. Then this is so later you can go through this article and follow the steps. Then you will at least you will get your avatar with your Twitter account. Yeah, so this is exists platform that we already implement. So let's see the code. As the design goal that we need to achieve, that I hold the this persona, and also I hold a Twitter account. So in the process of the Twitter, here we can see that we at first we generate a sign payload, then we generate a signature, then we post the signature and to our Twitter. Here is the here is an example, and then we use the API that of the Twitter to get the content, to get this content from Twitter. Then we can verify the signature is correct. If it's signed by my avatar. So then if it's correct, I can sure that this behavior, the one who do the who did this is on the avatar and the Twitter account at the same time. Then is then we can build a trust connection. This connection is at first is trusted, and the second, as the post that everyone can see, is public. So it's also public. It's also can be public verified. So that's the most important thing. And if you want to introduce a new platform to our ProofService, that's please keep in mind that you must provide a way that can be public verified. Okay, here is our code. and is read by Golang. But I believe we already built a standard. So as I believe it's easier to add a new platform to it. As you can see, at the normal Golang project, and the folder of the controller, we have several API to query our proofs that's already in an avatar. And also have the API to generate the payload or to add proof to our avatar to build the trust connection. And so you, if you want to add a new platform, then you can see the folder of validator, and those validators have several folder that have a Twitter, Keybase, GitHub, Ethereum, and so on. That all of this is exists supported platform that already in place by our other contributors. So you can introduce a new one. So let's still take the Twitter as an example. As I already say, I believe it's easier because you can see the code. It's not too much. You just need to implement several functions, such as generate post payload, generate sign payload. That is the data, the factors that affects to the final signature. And also you need to provide a validate function that we can validate that the signature is correct. The signature is really signed by the specific avatar. Yeah, just I believe just yeah, just those two things. The function to create the function of generate sign payload, and the function to validate the signature. So you can have a plenty of example here. If you want to introduce a new platform. Okay, so okay, let's see. Oh, and here we already have some open issues that is some platform we want to introduce. We want to involve in our ProofService to enrich our data, but we still we haven't finished it. Some platform we haven't find the right way to do. For example, the Facebook. As I said before, we need to have a place that posts our signature, that everybody can verify that. But so far, as so far we can't find that. We go through the developer documents of the Facebook. We we found maybe we can't get the other people's public post content. So that's a blocker for us. So we haven't supported Facebook right now. So we encourage our community members to help us on it. So if maybe you have previously experienced interact with Facebook's API or some others, so maybe you know how to do that. Maybe you can give us the solution. Yeah. So if you want to help us to introduce more platform, you can pick up one of those issues, or you can open up a new one. But please make sure that if you take the issue, then you maybe you can write down your solution, and the rest of the members can discuss together if the validate way works, or and the validation is real public validate. And if everybody agree with the solution, you can then you just write the code to implement that. Yeah, that is the process. And that is today's sharing. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Sammy. Thank you for your comprehensive sharing. I believe the viewers can get to know what ProofService now. And would you please give back the host to me?
Okay.
And also apologies to the viewers online. Apparently, we just experienced a June 12th. So we have experienced them before, but it's like the first time in our community call. So just laughing at past. And when we uploaded this video into YouTube, it will be edited. So those annoying parts will be removed. And
wow, thanks God.
Yes, of course.
It's very discharming.
Yes, it's very charming and not polite. It's teenagers, and they think it's fun, so it's not. Okay, so let me go back with the second agenda. Just a few seconds. This one, yeah. So the second agenda is about upcoming Hacktober 1st campaign. It's a campaign hosted by a known cloud provider, DigitalOcean, like the anniversary event for, to tell you about open source, tell you about more about open source projects, and they do this campaign to have tons of open source projects out there to engage with contributors. So I think it has been running for several years. And this is, I put a link at, I will put a link at the agenda. You can see them more. So what you will be doing is that we will launch up a page, like a setup open homepage at our Next.ID GitHub repo, and you get to know what projects running right now. Very similar to what Sunny's had told. And if you join this project together, and if you successfully submit the PR at the end of this month, you will get an award from Hacktober. I believe it's I couldn't remember. Like it's a T-shirt way. Yes, it's a October 2022 T-shirt or a tree plant. So it's a little gift for you to your participation. And we will launch this page like before tomorrow, I believe. We'll get to know it afterwards. So this is about the October campaign, and yeah, this is about today. I believe we haven't got new attendees, so I assume there's no questions from the community. And also, Mark, do you want to share also as well? Share something updates, recent updates to the projects.
Yeah. All right. So first, sorry for the coming late of the RC2 release. And here I want to do some brief introduction for what we just have done in the RC2. Basically, RC2 is focused on proof service and relation service. For the proof service part, we just added 2 new platforms we supported, which are Minds and DNS. For Minds is a popular SNS service in Web3, and we have done the Minds validation in a Twitter-like way, which means we want the user to send a public post in Minds and with their own account, of course, and in a public visible way. And we fetch the Minds public post and validate it and build a connection between the Minds account and the user's avatar. For the DNS, we found that the DNS has a very benefit field called TXT. So just like other service who wants to verify your ownership of your domain, such as if you are a system administrator and you have just binded like Google or GitHub to your organization, you will be familiar with this procedure, which is Google or GitHub will require you to put a specific string into your organization's domain's TXT field, right? So in the same way, ProofService will require the user to put their proof post into their domain's TXT field, and ProofService will automatically grab the field and deserialize it and do the verification job, and do the validation job. Yeah. So for ProofService, yeah, 2 platforms added. And for the relation service, we are focusing on the performance issue. We just noticed that there is some not so serious, but need to pay attention to performance issue in the relation service, such as it could not fetching the upstream data simultaneously before. But in RC2, this will be greatly mitigated, which means we just introduced a parallel fetching upstream method in the relation service. So you can observe a huge, about 3 or 4 times performance improvement in the latest, in the RC2 version of relation service. And also we introduced the lens and .bit platform support in relation service. So in RC2 version, you can grab a user's length and .bit binding. If user just down the binding between their length or .bit identity with their Ethereum wallet or avatar, since the ProofService supports the avatar binding to the .bit. Yeah, so these results can now be shown in the relation service response. So yeah, that's the RC2 update.
Thank you. Thank you. So this is like the latest updates for RC2, and upcoming we will have we were about to like optimize our repo of all service. So it's a critical part that give you a like not exact, but very similar and replacement user experiences of when you're using Web 2 or also OpenID. So we're hoping this critical feature will have this Web3 users to onboard more smoothly, and looking forward to sharing more with it. So thank you again. So it's, I believe it's all for today's agendas. I believe we'll see you in another 2 weeks